in just under an hour, Congress is going to certify the results of the 2024 election. This is the last step before President-elect Trump's inauguration later this month. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio is in Washington this morning, where security around the Capitol remains high.
Good morning. For the first time, January 6th was designated a national special security event at the request of D.C.'s mayor. This means there's now heightened security around the nation's capital ahead of 3 major events happening this month. Today, Congress is set to certify Donald Trump's victory in the presidential election. Vice President Kamala Harris, in her capacity as Senate president, will certify her own loss as one of her last official acts. It comes on the anniversary of the January 6th attack on the Capitol. 4 years ago, then President Trump urged supporters to head to the Capitol to protest Congress's certification of Joe Biden's victory. Trump has promised to pardon some of the January 6th defendants during his first hours in office. Overnight, the U.S. Attorney's Office revealed it's evaluating whether to bring charges in roughly 200 new cases. Nearly 1,600 people have faced charges so far. Meanwhile, President Biden, reflecting on the end of his political career, urged newly elected Democratic members of Congress to invest in relationships and work across the aisle, but also reminding them to stand up for democracy.
Now it's your duty to tell the truth, to remember what happened, and not let January 6th be rewritten or even erased.
Security is much tighter around the Capitol than 4 years ago, with extensive fencing and new training in place. Law enforcement in Washington also preparing for the state funeral of former President Jimmy Carter. In addition to the National Guard, roughly 4,000 additional police officers from around the country traveled to the nation's capital to support D.C. police. A massive snowstorm hitting Washington today is not expected to impact the certification. Even with federal offices closed today, House Speaker Mike Johnson says the certification will go forward. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.